Oh, hello. All right, let's go sharpen Big Bertha. Just the big gouge. Let's go sharpen that real quick. And then we'll go start turning that vase. Hopefully this is on. Nope, gotta plug it in. It's time to get a power strip over here. Let's make sure we got a good angle on that. That's not a bad angle. Not horrible. All right, we got Big Bertha sharpened. Let's start turning this log. Earlier today, we made this. It's just a little decorative vase. This is the bigger version we made last week. This wood is curacao and this is oak. So pretty fun. This is my first one like that. I thought I'd make a little guy today to try out my new rotary tool. So Big Bertha's sharpened. Let's get to turning. Please hit that like button for me. Whoops. So we got that big knot to deal with. Let's bring up our tailstock, give us some support. I'm gonna go get the multi-tool to cut off that little nub. Make it a lot easier for us. Hey, Kevin, what's up, brother? Well, Kevin, I had a little more time. I don't have a lot going on today. So we're going to turn an elm vase from the yard. How are you doing today? Hey, Leslie, how's it going? Let me grab, my mask has some super glue on it. We're going to get some acetone and clean that off real quick. I keep acetone in a squirt bottle, so we'll see if that helps. I was turning something with a lot of CA glue the other day. Well, good to hear, Leslie. Thanks for checking out the channel. I'm Steve. But I was turning something with a lot of super glue, and sometimes that splatters on the mask. And so I gotta, that's interesting. Got a little bit of it, and that's not on the outside. That's odd. Let's do one more shot of acetone, and then we'll get to turning. That's why they make these masks replaceable. Okay, that's better. So let that air out for just a second. I got a little better. Let it air out before I put it on. All right, that'll help. Jamie, what's up, brother? What's up, Steve Shepard? This is a piece of elm from my backyard. I've had it probably in storage for 4 or 5 years. And this is about 5 inches. So rule of thumb is you're supposed to let it dry for 1 year for every inch of thickness. So that's about right. Hey, Jamie, that video I put out 2 weeks ago was my best video in probably 9 or 10 months. I think the thumbnail really helped. Thanks a lot, man. All right, I got Big Bertha sharpened. Let's see what we can do. I'm gonna start pretty slow. Whoopsie, whoopsie. Josh, you want your tool usually to be even with the center. So I'm a little below center. When I put my tool up, that puts me about the center of the log. Glad to help, Josh. Thanks for hanging out, man. Hit that like button for me. Now watch what I'm doing when I'm holding this chisel. I'm trying to let it, I'm putting it against my body and letting my body actually do the work so you don't get worn out. Makes sense. Otherwise, you beat your arms up. All right. Appreciate you, Josh. Okay, we're about 500 RPMs. Hey, Pyrex Pit, we are making a log. I'm sorry, this is a log, an elm log from my backyard that I harvest. I like to harvest my own wood, and this is elm. We're gonna make a cool vase, a sculpture vase. Thanks for sticking around. So we're gonna bump up to about 700 RPM. We were at 5. Really taking off this with the multi-tool really helps. So we're gonna keep going. Hey, Joseph, what's happening? Hey, Batista. Man, I think that's the best I've ever sharpened this gouge because it's coming off nice now. So we're at 700. We're going to clean it up, and then we're going to speed it up to 1,000 after this. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, we're getting some pretty good shavings, man. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Yeah, I got a whole shed full of it, man. That's what happens when you're too cheap to buy wood blanks, you know? Plus they make really cool items. I'm gonna throw that dust collector on. I'm getting a little dusty. Hey, Kevin, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, man, I love repurposing wood. Let's go up to 1,000. I haven't been to Toronto, but I have been to Montreal. Yeah, I went for business like probably like 20, 22 years ago, something like that. Had to go visit one of my call centers that I managed. Or actually, I was tech support supervisor at that time. Some kind of vase, man. I'm gonna power carve it in a little bit, but I'm trying to get the shape I like. It's trying to come to me, you know what I'm saying? I just kind of roll with it. We're gonna make a power carved vase. Oh, ow. That's the top. Unfortunately, most of mine look like a genie bottle. Yeah, it does looking like an oil lamp. You're right. That sucks. That's not what I'm going for. Josh, I make a ton of Christmas ornaments, man. Last year I made a bunch. A lot of videos, live streams on it. Cool, man. Appreciate it. That's actually my most popular live stream last year. I got like 170,000 views making Christmas ornaments. I was making a lot of the 3-piece ones. Appreciate you, Kevin. Kevin, did you see I hit 13,000 subscribers yesterday? People like you, Kevin. That's what got me here. Thank you so much. Hey, Kitty, we're making a vase. Let's do it. Thanks, Kevin. Oh, almost. Almost. We're gonna double check this thing. Hey, Josh. What's happening? Just kidding. I was just making sure it was gonna fit because we're gonna put a mortise on the bottom side of this. That way we can clean it up. I want to define this shape a little better. I feel like I'd get a better result. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I'm thinking about this. I might try to shape it a little more right now. Let's see. I don't know. I'm trying to decide. Wow, 500 in here. Thanks, guys. Please hit that like button. All right, Kevin. Got to get a better cut. Yeah, it does, Josh. Yeah, that's getting better. Hey, Pat. Man, Pat, I'm jealous of all that kimchi you're eating, man. It looks amazing. Oh, so good. What's up, Juan? Hey, see you, Kevin. Thanks for hanging out, brother. Go get a different clamp. Oh, sounds so good. Mung tofu. Nice, man. I've got leftover spaghetti tonight. Hey, Kamel, how's it going? Well, I changed my mind. Since I made that cut, we're not going to do a reverse tenon or a mortise down here, so we're going to keep drilling. Then we're going to bust out some power carving. Welcome in, everybody. My name's Steve. Where's everybody watching from tonight? I'm in Oklahoma in the central United States. New Jersey. Ottawa. Hey, Ron. How's it going? All right. El Obispo from Puerto Rico. Thanks for hanging out. Looks like a beautiful place. I've never been. Now, how far away is the Dominican Republic from Puerto Rico? Hey Rita, how's it going? Oh, cool. We're thinking of going there this year. Hey Peter, hit that like button everybody, thank you. Appreciate that, Esperanza. That's about it. Let's change that bit. Ugh. Let's go to the big boy. And then we'll start carving. Oklahoma, United States. See if that helps. Thank you very much. What's up, Bass Hunter? What's up, Jose? Man. Okay, now here's the important question. What kind of root beer? That sounds really good. Like A&W or Barks? Alright, I think that's as far as we're going. Wish I had a bigger bit. I think that's the largest one I've got. Let me look in one spot. Yeah, that's the biggest bit I've got. There you go, A&W, man, for the win. No, I don't think that's going to do it. We're making a vase. What's going on, Roots? I know, you're right. That's some elm from my backyard. Man, this stuff is dusty up in here. Well, let's try to clean this up a little bit. Whoops, that's not how to do it. The fireplace wrapped up. Oh, that'll be cool. Good luck, man. Got a little dirty up there. It's not supported, so I think we'll have to make that work. I gotta get a mask on before I can do any more. We're gonna try my new rotary tool. Chris from Bailey Woodworks sent this to me. My rotary tool broke last week on a live, so he sent this to me. We just used it today. Freaking awesome, man. And it's locked in, no tool needed, so it's freaking cool. So this is a side mill bit. Yeah, dude, cordless, man. Freaking insane. I love it. This is my second time using it today. It just showed up today. So we're gonna make these circles look a little more organic. I'm not trying to turn the lathe on, so please hit that like button. We're almost to 100. Thank y'all. Well, what did I do wrong? There we go. 3 speeds, man, that's freaking awesome. Heck yeah. Three hours later. Yeah, that thing's pretty freaking nice, man. Pretty beefy. For a little rotary tool, it's crazy. Just trying to do anything other than a circle, you know? Trying to make it look organic. Oops. Come on now. That looks like crap. Yeah, I know, dude. Hold on. Just for fun, let's get the drill out again. Oh, let me turn this thing off. Let's see if we can make it any more organic with the drill bit. Okay, that's kind of cool. There we go. I like that. In the Gulf of America. Yeah, they're getting more shape with that. At least it's not the Gulf of Trump, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Preston, what's happening? Trying to make these holes look a little more than round. Tax RT, yep, true that. Taxation without representation. Whoa, we got 99 likes up in here. Thank y'all. Kind of reminds me of a Jay-Z song. All right, Roots, you got it. I got 99 problems and a drill ain't one. There we go. Double. I got 99 problems, but the views ain't one. 101, baby. Woo woo. Well, I mean, let's be real. This is my third live stream today, but I wanted to try that new tool, and I had a few minutes. Kind of digging those. Oh, I didn't know they were both in line. Hey, gosh, there's a lot of holes left. Boring. I know, right? We're making a vase. Little jagged, little jagged. Dang, man, I'm chewing it up. Let's clean that up a little bit. Clean it up. Dang. Whoops, that ain't gonna do it. Nope, not gonna do it. Come on, get out of the way, yo. I gotta get a mask before I keep sanding, so see if we can clean up the inside a little bit. Don't get your finger in there. Blah la 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 la. I'd like to clean that up a little bit. I'm trying to think if I can. I want to make it a little cleaner. It's crappy inside. I didn't expect that. any better. Oh, that's a pretty good idea. I might think about that. It'd be cool to have, like one of those sanding balls that would go in there. That's a pretty cool idea. Let's see if that's cleaning it up at all. A little, but gosh, that's rough inside, man. Me too. It's a little better, but dang, dude. That's irritating. That's, I don't like it. I gotta figure out a way to sand that a little better. I gotta think what I've got. Oh, it cracked right there. I gotta think about what I've got to sand that with. Let me think here. That's a little rough, but that doesn't do anything. Nothing's happened. I'm trying to figure out how to sand this thing. Sanding. That's not working too bad. Kind of cool. Not too bad. That's not horrible. Whoopsie. I mean, you know, it's not horrible. Yeah, I think it's time to get a file. Go get another piece. Yep. Well, it's still okay. Let me grab this. I don't know. Will the sander do much? My mask is outside, so I'm actually going to finish this tomorrow. So I got to do a lot of sanding with a file, or a lot of filing. I got to go find my round file. I'm going to refine the shape a little bit, clean up this edge, and I'm fine with that edge. Exactly, Roots. Roots knows what's up. I meant to do that. It's all good, you know, we're having fun. So, appreciate you guys hanging out with me. If you want to wait a minute, let me go grab my mask and a file. Where did my mask go? There it is, baby. Found it. Mucho better. Hey, what's for dinner? Let me know what's up. Ooh, Taco Bell, that's what's up. All right, let me ask y'all a question. Ooh, pizza sounds good. I need ideas for my next video. 2 weeks ago, I put out a video that was pretty popular for me. I got like 3,000 or 4,000 views, and for me, that's really great. I researched an item on Etsy that made like $40,000, and then I built it and showed people how to build it and did a cost breakdown. Would you guys like to see something like that? Or what do you? Or would you rather me do a actual wood turning video, like? Because you know, honestly, most of my followers or subscribers are wood turners, I think, or like watching wood turning. What do you guys think? Long form. You know, most of those videos are bull. Mine was based on research. I do a paid tool for Etsy that lets me see what sells. So these people, I mean, let's be real, guys. All of us have probably tried to make something out of scrap wood. And we're like, oh my gosh, I saw it on YouTube. I'm going to make thousands of dollars. And guess what? You're giving them away as gifts, trying to clean your shop out because no one's buying that crap. I was thinking about a video. All right, New Root says, my best videos were during Christmas, but I just started. You made a lot of Christmas projects and showed the breakdown. Oh, that's cool. I'll have to check those out. I didn't do a lot of Christmas ones because I was busy actually selling Christmas orders. This is my full-time gig, so when I'm slow, I get on YouTube. Today I was pretty slow. But I also have a big, ridiculous laser. Would you guys like to see a laser engraving video? Something I was thinking about making was a box. I'm sorry, a tray, a serving tray. Like a 5-minute serving tray versus a 5-hour would be the title. Like a much nicer, maybe box joints. The first one would be real rustic. Because in 5 minutes, what are you really doing? I don't know. I'm looking for ideas, and you guys are my subscribers, so. Exactly. Hey, Roots, me too, brother. I've been doing this full time for almost 4 years. Then when I'm slow or something, I turn stuff on the lathe and for YouTube Lives. Yeah, Kevin, that's honestly laser engraving videos do the worst for me. And honestly, that's probably 90% of my business. Depends on the month, but like in the fall, you know, those lake maps I make, that's my #1 seller. The rest of the year, it's like, you know, kind of slow. But I don't want to make cabinets all day long. I know I could make more money if I did that, but I don't want to go in people's home, you know, and install cabinets. I can and I have, but I don't want to. I don't like working in people's homes like that. All right, these are looking a lot better since I found a round file. These are just little file set you can get from Harbor Freight. Inlays. Oh, wire inlay would be kind of cool. You know, I thought about doing inlay, but I would cheat and do the laser. You know what I mean? An inlay would be kind of fun though. I haven't done a lot of. I've used some brass, you know, stuff like that, but not really for inlays. Oh, here's the big ridiculous one. This one needs a lot of love. Yeah, me too, man. I mean, roots, I could totally make some money. I mean, I know how to make cabinets. I've made a few for people. I made vanity and a linen closet last year, a really high end one. Thought I was going to make all this money, and it took way too long. It turned out really cool. It was cherry and red oak, and it was all distressed. It was really cool. I still have the raw footage. I need to turn it into a video, but you know how it goes. And this one needs some more love. I gotta find a better way to sand these. I don't know that there is one other than a rotary. I think I'm gonna get that rotary tool again with the those stones attachment. I think that'll help. I'm trying to get this angle as well. That's the thing, Kevin. Yeah, I don't want to do anything copywritten. A lot of people, like when I go to shows, a lot of people sell that stuff, and I'm just like, nah, I'd rather not. But you know, lakes for a laser engraver, making lake maps is pretty cool, and they're not copywritten. Just trying to clean up the inside a little bit because the inside's a mess. It's looking better. Yep, totally. I've got a buddy. He's a pro, and yeah, that's what he does, man. He'll charge something like 18,000 and spend about $2,000 on material. I mean, you know, I have a small house. When we redid our kitchen 4 years ago, I gutted it, did some foundation repair, all kinds of stuff, and that's when I taught myself how to do cabinets. And I think I spent $1,500, and that was buying a Craig Foreman. And we painted. I set up a little spray booth in the front driveway. Used some plastic wrap. What's up, Robert? Yeah, Roots. I've probably made 10 dining room tables, something like that, for clients. But my problem is I took my Facebook ad down just a few months ago. I've got 2 sons, and the youngest is now a freshman at college. He's off at college a couple hours away. So when I would build a table, he would come help me move it to flip it over and finish it, and then flip it over again and deliver it. Now I don't have anybody to do that, so I'm not advertising tables anymore. But yeah, I've made probably 10 or 12, something like that. I got a cool video out there about making my own maple drawer table slides. I made that table a couple years ago. So we're gonna sand this a little more. Yeah, that's a good idea, man. Hey, Dynamic, do you use the Festool Domino? Okay, just curious. I made a video last week about making your own tenons. Yep. How many subscribers do you have? Nice, man. Yeah, I've got a domino. I bought it 4 years ago before I went full time. I have the dust extractor, the domino, and this past year I just bought a track saw. Congrats, man. It took me forever to get to 1,000. Once you get to 500, you can start doing live streams. That's when you start getting the subscribers. Man, that'd be amazing. Good idea, Kevin. Yep, that's a good idea too. So So why are you guys coming up with these ideas 30 minutes after I started sanding? Sorry. Oh, look how easy this is. Kevin for the win. Oh my gosh. I've used this method before, but my dowel fell behind the lathe table and it's hard to get to. It's behind the dust collector. Mucho better. So much better. Such supportive people. If you're coming to my channel for validation, maybe not. Right. Careful, careful. Dum 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 dum. Woo! Feel good, feel good. Man, that's looking pretty good in there now. Thanks to all that advice. Dimple disc. All right, let's see what Josh is saying. Here, I got to get away from this dust. Holy crap. What's he saying? Glue a piece of that flat walnut to that diagonal you cut off, then glue the cutoff back onto the walnut. Might be kind of neat. Think I might have to try that on the next one. Heidi, what's up? Heidi, are you guys going live tonight? Hey, Grumpy. Ooh, I like this. Ooh, that helps. Hey, Roots, what's your first name? I'm going to give you a shout out, see if we can get you to 500. Whoopsie. Stop. Uh-oh. That ain't good. That toolless bit change is pretty cool. I think I might have just pushed it in too far. That is handy, y'all. Lock it in. Bam. Back in business. All right, Curtis. I'll see if I can give you a shout out. Now, just because I post something, dude, sometimes only 20 people see it. You know what I mean? I think it's looking pretty good. All right. Kevin, are you a moderator? Kevin Durick is a moderator. Jim, what's up, buddy? It's not looking horrible, but you know. Oh, well, thanks, Jim. Sorry, I've been a live hog today. Trying out that new rotary tool. It's really cool. Chris from Bailey Woodwork sent it to me. My rotary tool broke last week on a live. Let's get that dust off there. I'm just wrapping up. It's all about trying to make something new and challenge yourself, because I mean, I've made a ton of bowls and everything else the last year on YouTube. I'm just finding something I enjoy doing and having fun with it, man. What's up, Roots? So yesterday we made some medallions. Cedar, red oak, and walnut. Those are pretty fun to make. Had a 3D printed jig. Kind of cool. Where'd the big boy go? Let's find it. Then here is the one we made last week. This was my first attempt. Man, that curacao on the bottom is crazy. And then this is the latest. This is a piece of elm from my backyard. It's got some cool grain pattern, variations in color. I'm enjoying carving the holes a little bit. You know, it's not perfect. It's not for everybody. But I'm having a fun time, so. I think that's it for me tonight, guys, or for today. I think it's time to take a shower, eat some dinner. 136 likes. Thanks for showing up for me, guys. Exactly, Kevin. I call it a vase, but honestly, people, stuff like this, they just put on a shelf somewhere, you know? Gotta get that edge. I gotta put a mask on. I'm over here talking to y'all, you know? One more coat and then I'm going in. Later, y'all. Good news. Check it out. We got more logs. What? So, If you guys like this kind of turning, we'll use Big Bertha again, which is my big ridiculous roughing gouge. That really helps on these big ones. So see you, Curtis. See you, Kevin. See you, Jim. Who else do we have in here? Mostly y'all are the ones talking. All right, guys. Appreciate you. Later.